This event presents a wonderful opportunity for families with disabilities.
Hey guys, what's happening? Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. This evening after milking, doing some manure hauling, we got a spreader rented out. We actually got a Hagedorn V5290 this time. It just so happened it worked out that the tube line spreader that we normally rent, something happened to it, so it wasn't usable, and the place that we rent them from actually ended up bringing this Hagedorn spreader from another location to be used here in this area, which is great because we love the Hagedorn spreaders. Now, I personally have never ran them before, but back in the day, whenever the New Holland 791 that we used to have fell apart, we started renting spreaders, and at the time the dealer sold the Hagedorn spreaders, they rented them out, and that's what we always got. That's what Dad and Pap, they always liked running the Hagedorns because they got the Hydra push in them instead of the apron chain like the tube line spreaders got. So when you hit the lever and run that ram back, that manure's going out. Now, we've had it before where on them tube line spreaders, the manure will get bunched up back there around the door, and the apron just keeps running under the manure and it don't take it out. So the manure just keeps getting built up back there. Now, if this Hydra ram, that manure is going out no matter what. We actually got the 125 on it. It seems to be handling it all right. Just got to take it easy with it a little bit here. It's probably a little smaller than ideal for the spreader. The spreader's actually not, I don't really think it's much bigger at all than the tube line spreader. It's a lot shorter and a little bit wider than what the tube line spreader is. Tube lines are a little bit taller. This one here's got a little bit of a longer tongue on the front here, so it makes it seem a lot bigger than what it actually is. It's really not crazy big. Penta actually bought the Hagedorn out, and they make a 5440 spreader. We rented one of them one time, and it was a little too much for the 2294 to handle, we'll just say that. The reason we don't have the 2294 on it right now is, for whatever reason, the remotes aren't working for this spreader. It'll run the ram back. See, this spreader, you only need one function for it. So you press the lever one way, your tailgate flips up, and that ram goes back. And then when you're done spreading, you pull the lever the other way, the ram comes back, your tailgate goes down. And on the 2294, for whatever reason, the ram will go back, but it won't come back when you're done spreading. I have no clue why it's like that. It's been a while since we rented one of these, but Dad remembers that we had trouble with the 2294 before we had to use the 2290 to spread because of that reason. I have no clue what it is with the hydraulics on that tractor. It works fine for everything else, but so that's why we got the 125 on. The 2290 still in the process of getting overhauled, so we don't have it, but the 125 seems to be handling it all right. So this is only my second load. Flip the tailgate up, kicker beaters on, and then you just engage the remote, and you can set the pressure to where you want it. Set it back a little bit. I think it was going too fast. Here comes the manure. I wanted to set it back some so I don't have to run quite as fast with the tractor. 10th gear's 20. We're not putting it on too heavy, but this spreader does a really nice job at spreading it out and breaking up the clumps. The tube line's all right, but for a vertical beater spreader, really think it does a poor job. But this spreader here, man, tell you what, you can't beat it. It does a nice job. You can put it on a little bit heavier since it breaks it up, but yeah, I don't want to put it on too heavy because we want to no-till corn in this ground. If there'd be a bunch of clumps of hay, that would be a different story, but it's really doing a nice job. So we'll give her a good dose of manure because we won't be putting any fertilizer on this ground, and should be growing some good corn up here, hopefully, if the deer let it alone. It's usually the problem here at this place. The deer like to eat the outside rows of the cornfield off, but what do? Can't do too much about it. It's actually a pretty slick design. I mean, nowadays most tractors have, you know, at least 2 functions on them, but if for whatever reason your tractor only had 1, you'd still be able to run the spreader. I actually think I might want to set that, push back a little, 1 more notch. It's a little too fast, I think, but it's all one of them things you just gotta run it and see how it does and make your adjustments to get used to it. Like I said, really impressed with the Hagedorn spreader, that's for sure. Not too impressed with the price on them though. We'll leave it at that. They're a little high on their price. I mean, that's what equipment is nowadays. Expensive all around, no matter what brand you're looking at. But if you think about it, there's really not too much to a manure spreader to have that expense, but hopped out to grab my camera quick here. I figured I'd show you guys how good of a job it does. Hop out of the tractor so you can see a little bit better. If that sun wasn't glaring so bad, you could see it across the field, but you really don't see many clumps throughout the field here at all. This is actually where this went down through and spread. These are probably some of the biggest clumps you're going to see from that spreader. Overall, it looks pretty good. I don't know what for job any other spreader does, but compared to the Nitro, the 2-line Nitro, this thing here really beats it by a long shot. I don't know how pick right spreaders are. I know they're pretty good spreaders too, but I don't know how they're made on their beaters. I think this spreader here I think the paddles are different. It's got more or less like knives on it. See here, and then it's got these shaped. I think the tube line just has these things on. I don't think it has knives on it. Don't quote me on that, but that could be why the spreader does a nicer job. Day number 2 of hauling. I hauled 7 load last night, and it got pretty dark there. Didn't figure there was any use of hauling anymore. My pap had hauled some yesterday, and then he'd hauled some again today. Last night I was just cleaning off that pile out front that we had stockpiled there, and today he's cleaning out this upper part of the barn out back here. There's still more manure in there at the steer pen. We're gonna clean out here. There's a load here in the spreader. I'm gonna take it out. Dad's getting some fuel for the New Holland, the skid loader, and we'll take this up, and then he should be up here. We'll have fuel, and we'll pen the cows out and get that rest of that barn scooped out tonight, hopefully. It is now the next day here. Got some rain overnight last night. It started yesterday afternoon, and some rain this morning. So it's too wet to haul manure, but that's alright, because we needed the rain, and we got a bunch of calves we need to move around. We put some out on pasture. That's gonna give us room up at the other place so we can move these older calves up and shuffle a bunch of them around.